You've got... Richard, have you got your phone and perhaps call her back? She's left message on it.
Yeah, you've got a missed call. And that only 826 number. 826. So what do you need to do? Do you want to start?
I can't do anything.
It's Fiona actually on Richard's. Oh really? It was just, yeah. Yeah. Oh gosh. Oh no. Oh, okay, I understand.
Steve's on the panel.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to do.
Okay, well, I'll make sure I put some photos up.
Oh, that's
Okay. Yeah, no, I understand. No. To be honest, I didn't even know. I was sat there around a few times, so I know exactly how you feel. Okay, I'll take plenty of photos then. Alright then, thanks Anna. Bye. So she turned around and she didn't think she had the latitude coordinates correctly or something, and wanted me to come from England to do far now for 2 hours driving. Well, I must admit, I was thinking, when I drove around this bit, actually it happens we're in the right place, because there's no one here. Is it no good with Holly?
No, it's difficult, isn't it? It's not.
Well, you're still not looking for a house, is it?
Yeah.
In hindsight, I think we could have put some, maybe a balloon on that as soon as you drove in. Had Richard been here before?
Very heavy, yeah. I think this is a known law.
Oh, is it?
That's the other issue when you go to the balloon.
We'll come back here roughly with it.
That's exactly. She reckons going down the wind lower level, high altitude going that way. It goes up, goes back a bit, and then has to
Your head's a bit, Molly.
I've got something on it.
He's actually going to get some more of the class. Yeah, we love this class. We'll have to like go and borrow it. As long as it's back in the tube. Get burned. I mean, you get burned, do we, Holly?
What? I've got some something.
Yeah, that chap's actually stopped. I should see him sprinkle actually. I might have done Holly's car, but I'm usually quite organised. But isn't that nice? Yeah. It's probably got a hot sun burning my head.
Hot?
Okay, yeah.
Something calculations, 1.1 kilos.
Lollipops. We had our own. That was good. That was lucky, wasn't it? Green sunshine from you. I have an arm out, please. Take that on. Things like that, Robert.
Yeah.
Feels like we're on holiday now, doesn't it, really? We're on holiday.
Best to try bringing out and get it working. Yeah, we said it's not working yet. It's starting to working, but when you come into forest, yeah, so that's been there before. All the best place to find. Indeed.
One you spent it last year with, isn't it?
Sorry about that. It's now working. I have to reset the little dongle.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's done first day of the road and first bubble was a shelter.
Yeah.
So then after that we have to fight the both of them.
Yeah, because they don't.
Yeah, and actually the after mother's found this after our son, but she's Marisha and she's, I guess, Indian. So I don't know whether actually use it. Oh, well, so they didn't have any, so I guess they don't need the need for it. You would have bought some other here. We all had that, actually. Not cheap,
Never
it's a good one.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a lot of money.
Yeah.
Off you go around. A friend of mine had skin cancer actually, that's what he had. Yeah, well I don't know, dodgy. Not.
Yeah, but actually Paul bought from this company, Elsworth. It's in, that's like more of an aerosol type of that one. Or is that more, like more gases, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So rather than a pumpy type thing.
Yeah, they will not.
When that in a new candle last year, I think I've lost that one.
Yeah, well, that's exactly what I walked when it's Lord the other week. And I took a bit of that and started the day at 6 times because the cricket was all white as well.
Exactly, yeah.
Well,
No,
you're on that.
right.
Got that.
Right. Right.
Okay, right.
I think you'll folks will notice that there's a bit of an audio echo. Goodness knows why, because I've turned the PC down, so it's not coming from that. So I'm afraid you just have to live with it today.
I think, yeah, you might, as long as you can record.
You're almost done now.
Yeah. You think there's the point is how I've seen that. That would have been good, wouldn't it? Swimming pool would be nice too, wouldn't it? So we'll have to put that in our feedback form. Next time we do it, we want the nice feedback and swimming pool.
It's alright, isn't it? It's okay. Pass those sort of things. Don't you have Holly? And some yogurt for nice, maybe? I just keep it racking around to get through some places there.
Yeah.
Calm then, Holly. An angry box.
You reckon they've got to do on a space shuttle?
I think they're quite similar.
Bit of polystyrene with it. It's a silly day.
Toss right here because you laughed out. You might need that t-shirt right here.
What have we done to make a whole little panic attack?
The old lack of the old
He wouldn't be very impressed if you were in.
Oh, well, because I was using the internet.
What happens if that bit of tape goes?
Bad.
Yeah, what I'm saying is, yeah, exactly, that's going to happen. Yeah, but
See, Rich, you actually look like you know what you're doing. What do you think, Holly?
Look at the exciting bit, isn't it?
when we Florida went to the Kennedy Space
Oh
Centre,
yeah. I wouldn't know.
it's got the Atlantis space shuttle.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's amazing looking. It's like, you can see where it's all been burned and knocked around. It's like an old car being knocked around.
We went. After we didn't. Well, I said I went years ago.
Yeah, well I'd done that. I went back in 97, I think. We got Jack last time. So they had to like the Saturn V.
When I went out there years ago, the Hubble Space Center was like watch launch.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah, we ended up driving to a point, and then you sit, yeah. It seemed quite close actually. It often wasn't close.
The way they've done it, they've basically built a whole hangar thing around the Atlantis and they've sort of mounted it on an angle.
Alright.
As if it's coming really impressive. My daughter did, girl you she was rich.
Oh really? How old is she?
So,
Okay. Well, look at your mum over her head with the hat. What was your favourite ride then?
I'm not a big ride fan. There's another stuff. The Jurassic Park one was good.
Holly's favourite was Tower of Terror.
Oh my word.
Yeah.
I couldn't get all of that.
Really? Well, literally, she was sitting next to me.
I'm more of a bag
I heard her scream, and I could see her eyes sort of rolling, and I thought she's either screaming because she's loving it or she's hating it. She's loving it. But when she got to Space Mountain, before I was to hold her, she was as small as she is now, and you lost it. She slipped inside the thing that was going down, like, it was a bit like, I was a bit freaked out. But the great thing about having, holiday was that front, we went with kids in the park, so quickly on holiday, front of the kids, brilliant. Handicap kids,
That's what I said to
Let Richard do.
No, but I said to him, he's obviously getting a bit fresh to go. And we
with Holly,
And I
honestly.
said they really look after you.
We went to the park every we choose no more than 5 minutes any ride. So actually we in and out the park quite quickly. We didn't have all the hanging around and wait for an hour and
Yeah, they good. University. I quite like the university. We've done Disneyland Paris. So it's a little, so we, in terms of magic around.
You fairly know, I think I'll turn the camera on you, I think you're ahead.
And it was like almost too good to enjoying it.
no, really well done actually. We didn't have to queue actually, we were doing the parks quite quickly. We literally went told them.
That parachute.
That thing for little there. Yeah. You didn't know you had a pile of light, did you? That's like an it should be.
Yeah, the rock stars before
Something good with there. So what are those string vents that I cut earlier?
they do plastic. They do plastic too. So they're going to be 10 metre long in the parachute. So this thing here.
It doesn't seem very it's special material, like textile.
Yeah, parachute.
Flush it out.
When she was 2 years old, she put a brace in her hand.
What's got there?
Yes, it does. It's been doing it for some time. Yeah.
I've these.
My wife thought
Fair, I wasn't recently. The tiny thing as well. Just then she was on the chair. Mine obviously went through the channel as well.
It's not very good.
The nose is a theme there, isn't there? See, Holly will tell us something's wrong or something hurts, and sometimes just ignore it. But invariably, we don't have that. It's never wrong. We just say something's not right, or then realise actually to do something to me, there's something like she can tell you what happened, actually she has been. And then of course, it's very, very wrong. Very, very wrong.
Well, that's what it is. Yeah. So I didn't even realise I know. So I said, yeah, it's quite a long one. and then you did spraying that wrist, which is really small.
We're launching balloons again today.
Yeah, I'll picture you holding out a picture.
It's not bad, not bad.
He's going to blow himself.
Well, the first one's probably going to go up in about 20 minutes, I would say.
Are you ready, Holly?
It'd be like,
Two to do today, so I'll give you a ring when the other one starts to get ready.
Holly, did you get a picture of the balloon?
Okay, lovely, thanks Tim. Cheers, bye.
It's taken loads and loads of photos. Is it lighting up? Heavy stuff. What? Not doing it now.
I think it's probably too bright. Is that from there? Oh, at the top. Oh, right, from the down. Oh, it's earth just done, yeah, red.
You can't do an instant, you have to, what it does is some magic. It would be good if I just bring those two together. So that you say that you get to try and do it so we don't like that, really. Well, it's balanced, so it's balanced.
What are you doing?
You're going to try and get it back.
Let's do a granny knot. Right and left, left and right.
We'll get there eventually.
That's alright.
We're trying to.
I sold the Wi-Fi, so at least that will. You have to reset the little dongle thing. Let's put in the
We're
right.
hoping for a launch prior to Christmas.
I think you know what about lunch by then, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm just trying to get the right panel. Well, I'll try to get this.
That's fine. Do you know which line's which here, by the way?
10 to 5.
Yeah, they're all three together. Just obviously you pull one.
Look over there, let's see the balloon down.
Yeah, no, look at that, Holly.
Right down.
You change your mind.
You start funding it, mate.
It's annoying.
What's
that
that?
Pokemon Go isn't working. So when there's no Pokemon in it, it's too annoying.
Yeah, I'm not good at knots. I've never been a scout.
I'm in Scouts, but I
Yeah.
can't do knots.
You can't. It's a basic skill.
Basic skill that I can't do. I could tie it.
You get sacked.
Don't worry. Then wherever time to tie knots, you just get someone who can tie knots to it.
Yeah.
Just going back a bit. few other knots.
Parachute. Should I test out the parachute for you, Dad?
Run round with the field.
I'll jump off the tree and see if it works.
It's also connected to these.
You worked out which one to go.
Yeah, I think so.
The shorter one was what I used to.
No.
Well, I lift out the back. It will get slotted if it can.
I mean, that's still there.
It's not very balanced. It looks a bit.
You're almost there, Steve.
Alright, there's no rest. I'm not looking. Just the time. Better to get it right than rushing.
Never see it again. No.
Never see it again.
Bit lucky.
That's the only one I suppose you can do.
Well, I did try and do that, but you don't see it actually. You don't see it.
Stop.
Just secure it to the bottom
Yeah, yeah,
as well.
yeah. And fingers as well.
Did I got one?
Oh, I thought it was, yeah. That's quite good.
Thank you.
What it has is how good the knot is.
Alright, look.
So that's basically, if it's free things out of the sky, without trying to get out top, you'll be flaming.
Better than somebody else.
Where the knot is that, that's where you're not going to work.
Good luck.
Yeah, we've got a scout. No knots.
What you need, scout.
Yeah, we've got one, but it can't do knots.
Really?
I can do some knots, but not all knots.
Because your mum's a UK leader.
Yeah, she's
She's not leading though. She's not teaching the scout to do knots.
I'm not a scout. I'm after the scouts. Explorers.
How old are you? Next year.
Yeah, but it's not screw your work.
See, that's what we usually take.
Yeah.
We built a raft.
Yeah, they didn't have you in the paper. There was some photographs. There's a big bend. That's actually worth.
Well, best decorated raft was £35.
Especially.
Yeah, that's good.
And the other thing, the scaffolding.
What's the other one?
Right, mate.
I can't keep that away.
So we should have on here, the other end of the ship, should have on the other end of here, the parachute. We'll try to hold it there.
That's it.
Yeah. So
Oh, yes, you can't do a scale on me, so you can, yeah.
and then what we do now is we get a little bit, the 5, we put the 5 onto here, and a little bit here, and then we start the other moving.
Parachute. Just get to the ground. And wait. You just hope it doesn't get too stuck on the top of the church.
Yeah, never had that. Top of the full tree, several times.
Right.
How did you get it out to the tree?
Well, yeah, you make that decision. Do I want to invest my time, or do I just want to run it off? But yeah, most times you can get it out with safely.
You've got a nose.
Poles or throwing lines over the other lines to get over the line between the
A bit closer next to it, which is
Dad,
doing.
Dad, what you need is you tie a knife on the end of the pole and cut the rope. It'll fall down.
Yeah, I've got a little V cutter that's got a blade in it that you put up and you can put it down and cut the line.
Yeah, something of parachutes.
Well, the thing they use for cars, you should have like a seatbelt top in the car.
Yeah, good. Things in the dark.
That's the kind of thing I haven't got.
Probably the one area where we need it.
I don't know, but yeah, I've used it for ballooning, but I haven't got it anywhere near it. I have hands when I'm driving. You don't have any sort of things, sort of stuff.
No, we're really sort of side of things. We're driving the candy.
Oh, okay. That's fine. Oh, there's a huge choir on these sort of things. Yeah, it's a car and a caravan, phone caravan, both fully alive.
Wow. And then devil, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know. Look, you know, they obviously got out the car, but I don't quite know how they didn't. There's just a couple of caravans or something. I don't know why both of them were like. Maybe it was a gas fire or something, but, you know, carrying caravan. Yeah, it's scary inside. Creating lots of smoke.
Now do you know when you've got enough
The capital.
gas?
That's what the water's for.
Oh right, so no, you don't have a gauge or anything.
No, you just measure out. It's probably the best way of doing it because the quality of the gas is a bit unknown. You know, sometimes it might be 95% helium, sometimes it might be 99% helium. You don't really know. The best way is to use a weight.
A known weight, yeah.
Yeah, and then if there is a bit of air in the gas, you'll just end up with gas. That will compensate. Plus the balloons themselves are very unique. And again, because it's you're putting gas into the balloon and then it's the neck lip. If the balloon's a bit heavy, then the weight will, the neck lip will compensate for that, because you're just measuring the extra neck lip. It's quite a good method. I mean, there are people with gas balloons.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
To say one, you don't know the exact, for helium anyway, you don't know the exact gas.
I've probably got the margin there and supply.
And two, weight the balloon. You need to weigh the balloon as well. So, we don't
use it to manufacture.
Right, and then because it's a negative calculation, but it does sometimes result in you putting more gas in than you think. You're compensating for the weight of the balloon. Have you got your balloon? That we use balloons. Balloons in that little box there.
Just ready to put the latex on.
You haven't got a latex.
Yeah, you should
Any excuse.
try not to handle the. If you've got gloves on, it's fine. If you don't have gloves on, then don't handle the envelope. The neck section.
I would put them on into your history of allergy.
Yeah, if you've got the allergy, we'll put them on straight away. Yeah, that's latex. That's that's a known allergy thing. So you need to measure out 1.1 kilos. This itself, this weighs 50 grams from there of everything there, including the lines.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't worry about it. Actually, all I do is just measure out 1.1 kilos, and that'll make sure
Still part of the ceremony.
you've got at least that amount of weight. I mean, you want to slightly overfill it anyway, so lifting up the weight quite high. On a day like today, you've got to overfill
Rather than do it.
rather than underfill.
So it goes and pops.
So I did check, and even if you overfill, you reduce the altitude, but still going up faster, so that means you're going less than it makes a little bit of difference. But,
Right. 10 kilos on the top before we start. Right, so what was it at? Sorry, 1 point, what was it?
1.1 kilos is what you want, so about half of what you got there, I think, or a little bit more.
Yeah, it's just 2 litres.
2 litres. Is that 2 litres?
Yeah, I got it pretty much still.
Or is it 2 pints?
2 litres.
2 litres, yeah.
It's 1.1.
1.1 litres is what you want.
What about?
I would say about there. My guess.
I've got some spare.
Yeah, I've got some water too if you need it. Don't worry if it's like
You can't imagine it with NASA like this. Rockets into space.
Let me just measure out the
With some
water.
latex clothes.
Yeah. Does it look impressive, Holly?
You say that to do it.
It's about 10 to 20.
Oh, Chester. You've got some, haven't you? Have you where's
Some in the car bank, don't get it? That's one down. I've got sweaty gloves on there.
That must make your hand must be feeling really special.
Probably a mum.
I'm so sweaty. We have similar ones at home if required sometimes for messy jobs. Luckily, actually, we don't use them too much, do we, Holly? They're actually quite handy to have then.
Yeah, they are. You need to have chicken in there. When you do there,
Don't drink it all because you do that to me, Dan. You 20 grams of water.
Loads in there.
Just shakes you now to fill it up.
you have to fill it from the other end. That's a liquid.
As Bear Grylls does.
Chalk up anyway.
That's done. That'll do. All this bloody time, that'll do.
So are you, do you live near to Richard?
Yeah, let me.
1140, so it's alright.
Oh yeah, lovely. Right, so
Put it on.
or you can put the balloon on first, whichever you think is going to be
think.
probably going to be the
We live in Hemsford Grey, which is...
just put the balloon on the end of this. Quite a nice place.
Yeah, it's lovely actually. It's been there 6 months.
Table time.
Well, yes, we moved house in years, didn't we? Because you needed a bigger house. We've just had a brand new lift in, a nice room floor, no, platform, horrendous sharp. Yeah, we had a through floor before.
Could be worse.
It went in her bedroom for like 1 metre and I died.
Yeah, there's a good bit now.
We're getting to good bit now.
One.
We're getting to get a go return.
No,
Pops
so
down,
literally,
done.
Well, this is like proper
pops,
shot.
done.
Holly can press the button to go up, and the lady there to the ground floor. First floor. We're just actually having at the moment some more doors widened, and Holly's having some tracking and a hoisting in our work room. She's got like a proper swing in there for some vestibular exercises.
You're going to try those? I'll let you know when you need it.
We had the
So don't cut anything then.
we were doing it far too long, so last year.
Am I better off attaching it before?
Yeah, sort of job you ever.
Yeah,
the
I touch it
lift
now.
eased it,
Put
so
your
we
arm
had basically had our we had our
You need to fold that once you put that on. Just put it on first.
yeah, we ended up
Slightly bigger,
having
so
our utilities sort of doubled. It was really
push
silly
down a
size
bit
for the
more.
house.
It's
The
about
downstairs toilet was
half an
massive,
inch to an
increased
inch
the size, so I
up.
could use it.
Beyond that, really.
Had a wet
Yeah, that's
room
fine.
in
And then
5 years ago.
yeah, you'll just have to pinch
So
that
yeah, I
a
think
bit
now
as
we're
you.
actually ready to move until Holly moves out in her own house.
Yeah.
What do you do? I'm going to put a cable tie, what about here?
There's a little ridge.
Oh yeah, good.
Yeah, use that ridge. That's quite handy for making sure it doesn't pop off. Picked up.
Sorry, I'm doing a good job here, look.
Isn't that just the way?
What do you think? We're here as the official photographer,
Not be
Holly.
putting this on.
I am.
You want the other way around, mate.
you want a hand at all, Dave?
Do you have any issues with being put online? Posted?
Then you can get the possible quick reviews done, like with the people that you have with you.
I was up in the pocket while I was going up taking my socks off.
He's made himself some shorts on it. Take some scissors here, we'll just cut them off for you. Make them shorts. Roll yours up for his shorts.
Now can you just get hold of the, a bit of tape, because we've got tape now.
It needs
Like
tape.
taking a flat tape.
Roll yours up, darling.
Are you going to cut that? Are you cutting that off? How are you going to get the tape off the balloon?
Oh, that's a graphic mark. Look at that.
Is it not going to stick onto the... I'm just thinking, if that tape gets caught in that balloon, that'll rip the balloon. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's quite robust enough.
It's just in that launch bit.
Put another cable tie on that.
To remind me, so why do you wear the gloves? Is it just some kinky fetish or?
It's the lady that yeah, I do. I think you're okay holding the net.
Oh, okay.
Whilst we're on the rolling it, really.
Okay.
I'll probably take it.
Look at that, Holly.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't. It's not got to be pressure too, is it?
Not really. It's just so little pressure in there that it never tries to really escape. So yeah, I'd lay it out a bit first and roll it.
Gonna make it there.
So everything else is tied together and ready to go.
So we've got. Yeah, except for that's no tie.
No, obviously that's got to be tied together. The last thing you do.
Was that when Richard goes running down that hill?
That's on there.
Like Dan
It does
does
go
that.
down.
That's on there.
It's going, it's gone.
I don't want to run.
Yeah. We're done.
You have to go barefoot down.
That worked.
That's definitely right. Yeah. That's on £3.
Oh, your shoes coming off.
Sometimes it goes faster than you can run.
Your chair coming off.
That's underneath. And that goes all the way.
I've noticed that.
Okay, just like playing then.
Yeah, the plane's been ahead. The impact on that page now. You got the weight thing. You need that one yet? Rich.
What?
The weight thing. So you know how much you're putting in stuff in.
Yes, of course. He was just about to put that on.
Just making sure the gas is ready to go in.
Yes.
Your mum sounds
No, it worked.
The plan's all coming apart now.
How do you open the gas up, the valve?
Oh, okay. I'm just doing this.
The valve.
Yeah.
What's that?
It's a what's it?
Right, okay.
So yeah, you should be good to go, mate. So it's just this little thing here.
Check valve.
Push that sideways.
The one-way valve. Are you ready to run, Rick? Like a gazelle.
The dive into the pin. That's all right. To the right, to the right, and to the left. I think so.
So we'll see you again in about a couple of hours then.
Probably be quite close. than about 5 miles of each other, I think. Although Dave's is Dave's is still going up. Stop. Is that full chat, is it, on the house? No, it's okay. If you've got too much in, that's fine. Today. Compression isn't that. As long as that cable ties on reasonably securely around that screw, then you'll be alright. It is. You're on the flight off this down. Let go of the plate. You said that, it's never there. I've never known.
I've never known my dad. Never met him before.
Oh, it's really good, Holly, isn't it?
I'll get the car through.
I think you've got enough in there. Rick?
What?
You've got enough in there. In the bottom of the different plate.
What? Well, you have to build one of them.
Get it in the pot and go away to the milk bottle and stuff.
Yeah, well, theirs wasn't the same plate as that, was it?
The milk bottle doesn't go anywhere.
It's difficult now.
And you're probably holding it down.
No, I'm not.
That's quite a big balloon, Holly, isn't it? Hey.
It's up now. Yeah. They go over now. It's close. They go over, see, it's close.
Make sure that's well off the ground. Overestimate it. This is a 500 gram balloon, so it's a bit bigger than the other one. Well, this is a reasonably full balloon, but you can see it's sort of going a bit. Still not enough. That's it. You can get like a wind flow over, flow over the top. It's faster than over the bottom, it's close to the ground. So you get this sort of like force lift. Generally going down still. You want it generally going up. Yeah. So you feel like overfill it.
Yeah, I think my underfill mine's going a bit slow.
Well, yours is pretty underfilled anyway, so it's not aerodynamic.
Yeah.
That's why it's not going upside. But once it starts to fill out, they speed up. They speed up anyway to get like. How you doing with that, Richard? Yeah, is that okay? Sort of looks like it's. Yeah, that looks good. Just let it go for a bit. Yeah, that's fine. Let's turn the gas off, otherwise you can get this sort of accidentally trip on that valve. And particularly if you've particularly when you're tying it off. I've seen them swell out suddenly somebody trips over the valve and go pop.
So right, so we've got two cable ties around the top of the net.
So two cable ties, spaced at a half-inch apart, a half-inch gap between them. And about there and there is where I'll be aiming for. Not too close to the end of the net.
Is that alright?
In it through first, and then slightly down. Yeah, that's about right. And make sure that they don't undo. There's some cable ties have got a habit when they're really tied up.
Yeah,
They can release a bit.
And another one where below it.
Yeah, a bit below it because you're going to put the string
On the
in between it. Yeah, it doesn't matter if it sort of like pinches on the neck of it a little bit.
Have you got bad signal?
I'll turn the camera around.
Yeah, but the balloon's already go yet, and we haven't get it ready. So one of us have to wait till we get back, or wait for his own. Or unless he wants to go to you, I'll pick him up from there. Okay. So you've gone anyway, you're in the car. Yeah. Okay then. Alright then. Okay, Holly wants to talk to you. Come back in the car. Come back. Get it back. Now, Paul. Hello, darling. We're still waiting for the balloon to go off. So we'll be back as soon as we're only 10 minutes away. Yeah, no, just phone me. You okay? Yeah, we'll be back. We'll give you back when we leave. When we do leave, we'll let you 10 minutes. Oh, Holly wants to talk to you. Holly wants to talk to you. Phone me. Now, with your mummy. Yes. We're going to go home after we finish. We're going to get some lunch. Is that what we're hoping for?
Yeah, but what we'll do. What?
You need, otherwise you're just going to have a balloon.
You've got hold of it. We'll kneel down a bit. You've got hold of it.
So you're going to be 90
I can take the gloves off now, can't I?
Yeah, as long as you don't. I mean, it doesn't.
I think you should keep yours on Steve for the rest of the experiment.
So what we're doing now?
Oh, okay.
I've got the two.
Okay.
Hold it there.
Which took Oliver, Holly?
Okay.
Second line.
And you hang on to it. Hold it there so
I don't
Ricky
worry.
can get
We'll do it
in
when we get
on
home.
the string.
Okay. Holly's talking to you.
So you need to wind it down there. Give it a good long neck before you start to keep attachment.
Very technical.
Enough left
We'll show you all about it when we get back. It also hasn't been deeper yet.
and then I've even taped over the night to make sure that it doesn't start to undo in flight.
Yes, ladies, I think that's a great idea.
If you go wrong today, like it's a flight burst early or something, releases early. Will it? Yeah, if it released at about 20,000 metres or the balloon burst early at 20,000 metres, then good. It's very marginal. Something like that.
We'll come to it.
If it carries on up, which it should do, come back. Yes, it comes back then. So it goes up and then when it gets to about 20,000 metres, yeah, and then it gets into the slipstream, it goes down the other way. So the slipstream takes it down quite a way, and then hopefully the balloon will burst and it will then parachute down quickly to begin with, and slowly slower, and land somewhere not in the ditch. Or a bit further in that. So what I do is let's go around and try just in case somebody wants to look in them, and you can do this under that reason. That's the safety line. Now that you've tried that a couple of times, I normally actually leave the field tube on until I've tied that up.
Yeah.
Because that leaves an anchor. Right, okay.
Yes, the tape.
Put a bit of tape on that.
Just also, I would also tape down these
Little
just
pointy
sharp.
dots, yeah. But you'll be folding the neck over that bit anyway, so but that gives it a bit of protection too. But tape to stop it undoing.
Steve, do I put a cable tie when I folded it over the top?
Sorry?
You know when I folded it up, do I put another cable tie over the whole
Yes,
thing?
over the whole thing, yeah. In fact I put two. But one's popping position.
This is where it gets really tricky. This is crucial. This is where you might. It's not big. You do it on your own, yeah?
I have done. I prefer to do it with somebody. I did one once. It was a. I remember it was very likely in my own.
Somebody else, someone else.
And
Hello. Hello.
Windy there.
Yeah.
But you need at least 3 hands. Or 2 hands with the teeth.
I've already done.
From
Thank you
the,
very much. Thank you. Bye.
from the full back. Right. So a bit of tape over that and you're good to go. Hold it by the line now.
Yeah. You wrap the fabric around your arm.
Yeah, you're going to hold it there.
Get under pressure.
Yeah.
Sorry,
That's all right.
Right, okay.
Remember that's still tight.
yeah.
You've got it, Rich.
I've got it.
You want to take this?
Right.
Do you want to make sure you
So-
do this?
Clear.
Let me just give, since it's been a little while, I'll give,
What's the wheelchair look for you?
That'll be fine. Take Polly with you.
so it's going to go off in that direction,
Okay.
as you saw with Dave, it's going to drag you in that direction. So, let me just ring Dawn and then we can go from there.
I'll do it.
Stand your shoe.
Good, yeah. I'll do it. Oh, right, so oh, she's running it. What do I do?
Definitely the, not quite the youngest, but the second youngest.
What are you looking at?
Hi, any deliveries?
Go on, Alex.
Yes, what you're checking, darling. There, you can post box. Yeah.
Hello Dawn, it's guys at Elsworth again, just to let you know we're about to launch a second balloon in about 5 minutes. Okay, then. Thanks then. Bye.
Okay. So with this technique then,
Yes. So the technique, there's
before we carefully pass it through our hands and leisurely let
well,
it
you
go.
can do that to start with, but once you get it too far, you'll notice. Well, you can do so.
Not yet,
you'll
not yet, honey, Bob.
basically
Okay.
tie it up and so on.
Bring the letter in, darling.
And then
You dress, by the way.
And I'm holding the payload box on there.
yeah, I hold the payload box by the string.
Yeah.
So by that,
Yeah.
Then she's about to go off. She's very short.
then you let it up until you get to that point there, and then you run
Okay. Bye,
in
darling.
the direction of the wing,
Not here yet, darling.
and then the balloon hopefully will, go up and be above you theoretically by the time you launch.
Am I heading into the corner?
Yes, you are, but don't go into the corn. By the time you get to the corn, you won't be able to run in it anyway. So you
But who's
just
running?
got to
You
let go
running,
by the time you get there.
Yeah, go on, Rich.
Yeah.
You've got
But if you're in the corner, you've gone too far. So I've got to get to that, and then I've got to feed it through.
Yeah, you might want to just give yourself a bit more room by heading back there somewhere. Before you, but not too close, otherwise you'll get dangerous.
not home yet, are we?
Okay.
Is it have lunch?
Okay, can I start feeding?
Yeah.
Let's start feeding then, Rich.
No
Okay.
pressure.
Go on then.
Yeah, okay, off we go.
Go on.
Hold on, this is now recording. Really nice.
The string is moving inside the box.
Yeah, we'll do. Want to stop into a beat then, quickly?
Yeah, you're going to have to follow your dad in a minute.
I want to get hot enough to get hold of that bit, isn't it?
Some gloves on.
Yeah, it's a bit difficult. Right. You're going to come forward.
There's an alternate way to do it. That's up to you.
What's that?
There's an alternate way to do it. But
Just let it go.
probably a bit late now.
Yeah, we'll just get it back.
It's the let it go version.
Yes.
You
Well,
stand
yeah.
over there with payload and let it go. That's it, run. Keep running.
There it goes.
That's it, that's good. Yay, that's a good one.
Oh, why don't turn something off then?
Go on, Holly. Come round,
Dad, if the antenna just fell off, it would be funny. I was hoping Dad fell off.
Yeah, it's our main launcher. Congratulations on your, is it not your maiden voyage, is it? Yeah, what is there, you go, Holly? You say, let's look, Holly, do you think
I've
Rich's done a
just
good
fallen
job?
off.
Do you think he's done a good job? Holly, good job.
The box
What do you
fell
think?
off, that would be like...
Steve, do you think it's a good job?
Yeah.
Any thoughts you follow the performance?
I hope it doesn't break.
Holly, do you think it's going to go a long way? Good. Yes, Holly agrees so too. Holly thinks it's going to go a long way. And just for this
It's
week,
good, I just want the edges. Right, had the
see
Lego.
it.
If it calmed down, had the Lego.
There you go.
Amazing. Stuff.
Okay, good. He's here. Was it working? How many hours was it doing?
Good, Holly. Holly's just a bit cross because she's hoping her top 10 pins will be doing right. And it hasn't.
What is it? Something else.
Oh
If
wow.
you look at those links and get
Yeah,
back,
we'll do.
it drops you out.
Yeah.
You're going to see where it is. And also one of them is up on the
Brilliant.
Oh, that's okay.
I'll load the picture on.
where is it
I'll put a little video then for then when it went up, so I'll load it onto the site as well.
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, thank you.
Is that good, Holly?
It's still on the map, so that's very good.
Shall we give it
That is
back,
good,
Holly?
that's a good sign. You did well, Richard.
Yeah, clap for Holly, Richard.
Well done. That was a good one.
Was it good?
Bit high.
And we borrow you for running in the future.
And you're now, you're still
It
worried
says
about,
it's only at 450 metres. That seems quite low, but...
Meters.
Meters, that's not low.
worried about your
Not
DVD?
feet, Rich.
The man in his car,
4.4 metres per
and
second.
you bring it to our house.
Oh, I thought
How
it
many
was
is
quite
it?
Said to be here today.
Well, it's now saying 4.7.
That's great, because it speeds up as it gets higher. So,
What's good is?
Yeah, put all that in there.
Where?
Some stuff to leave in the car. Just put them in.
the faster the better today.
Get it, cut it off.
Thank you, Steve.
That's okay, no problem.
We've got some... I've got... Steve, you got...
I'm fine, don't worry about that.
You sure? Oh, thank you very much.
Put these up, Holly. I'll put you up here as well. Okay.
Yeah.
She'll wrap you up, Holly, and put you in the back of Richard's car. Oh God, I'm going to do this one, Holly. I'm strong enough. Oh. We're going to go home a bit. You're just going to help clear up, Holly. And then we're going to see if we can get back to your house, have some lunch, and then wonder if we're going to get any delivery. What do you think, Holly? Is the postman going to send some things? Oliver won't take you, darling. He's coming. Darling, it says that we're good today, darling. And
You
they're
want
very
this
good,
water, Rick?
and they'll bring it, okay? If they said it's coming, it'll come. It's not here just yet.
How special.
Every time I go like the wife
It's supposed to come down that soon.
Oh, it's over the hat.
That's how do this. Oh, you put it, they took out the laptop.
put that on the car seat now.
Darling, you don't need to be. You want a pen of it?
That and that on my car seat. With all this stuff on the car seat.
Can I tell you something?
With.
You are a very clever girl. So, when Mum explains to you that it will come today, I don't need to say no.
Screen them.
You understand it? Are you a bit silly with it? Or do you brain work?
Yeah, so I was just touching it.
Chuck the stuff in, or you've got to stick to it.
You know, what I've said, not really yet.
The rest of it is kind of inferior.
Okay? Yeah. You're clever, aren't you? You're not silly. You're all clever. Sorry? The raw water? Come on, about that. Yeah. Any more, Holly Bob? No?
I'll come back.
It's alright, that's okay. I was going to put these in the car, Holly. Can you please go with
Steve, there's your little makeshift.
Oh yeah, I need that thing.
Is it? Yeah, I spent so much time testing it, and I built my the pit thing from scratch. It's quite satisfying because hopefully it'll work. You know.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it will do. You've got two separate transmitters out?
Yeah, lower one, which I'm tracking it. I've got one a gateway set up at home, and I've made a mobile one last night. So hoping that will get that one in the car as well. So no, thank you very much.
That's okay.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, cheers.
That's right.
So I suppose you can keep track of it. Tabs on it when you're driving home.
Yes, I will do. Yeah, I'll just keep tracks on both of them.
See where it lands. If you have any trouble, give me a shout. But you need one fold or something.
Thank you very much.
Steve, do you want to celebrate? Is Abe
Oh,
in
okay,
100?
you're still here, Dave? I thought you'd gone.
No, just about going.
Okay. No, well, I'll tell you what, leave it till next time.
Leave it till next time, yeah.
Leave it till the 100.
The 100. I'll
Yeah.
try and come along.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I I covered it up because I leave it covered in the van at night.
Yeah.
And I just thought, oh look, I've got cinder in there, I'm okay. But when I uncovered it, I discovered it was empty. Hey ho.
Oh. Yeah, okay. We'll catch up later on, yeah?
Do you like a big bed sheet?
Right.
I'm good at those actually.
How are you?
Yeah. I was taught by my mother. Give me front of us again.
Probably was. My mother probably did start.
It's boring thing, isn't it? I was showing her how to do it.
Okay, that's it folks, closing the live stream down. Cheers.